Marjorie Taylor Greene came out against Kiwi Farms with Keffals. I mean, they weren't like talking to each other, but solidarity at last. It took us all this time, and here we are. Okay, so let's do this. We've been hearing a lot about this thing called Kiwi Farms, right? Kiwi Farms. Now, contrary to its name, it is not in fact a fruit plantation. It is a website, and I actually did not know about it for a very, very long time, at least not until Keffals brought it up. And if you don't know who Keffals is, we'll get into that, but you should know who she is if you're watching this. But anyway, Kiwi Farms, not very good. Not very good. It's not a great site that people went to. We'll go over a little bit on the Wikipedia page real quick. Kiwi Farms, formerly known as CWCK Farms, Key Farms, I guess, Quickie Farms, is an American internet forum dedicated to the discussion and harassment of online figures and communities. Their targets, often people who are minorities, women, LGBT, or neurodivergent, are often subject to organized group trolling and stalking, as well as doxing and real-life harassment. These actions have tied Kiwi Farms to the suicides of 3 people targeted by users of the site. The Anti-Defamation League described it as a quote, extremist-friendly forum, end quote. So, as you can tell, not great, not the best profile. Yeah, it's. I believe it's also led to some shootings, but I'm not entirely sure. R.I.P. Josh Moon. Maybe now I can focus on finding a woman who will tolerate his racism and the fact that he can't get it up. Yeah, we'll get into that part. But here's the good news, folks. Here's the good news. There's something good that came out of all of this, right? Kiwi Farms fucked around and found out. Okay? They fucked around and they found out. Josh Moon, the leader of the bunch, and their dastardly crew, they flew too close to the sun. They fucked with the wrong person, everybody. They tried to take on the great Keffals of Twitch.tv. And they found out. Keffals did not take their shit. For years, legal battles have been fought to get this website taken down. And stop their doxing. And stop their violence. It's been a long fought battle. But at last, Kiwi Farms is dead. That's right, boys. That's right. Boys, girls, and MBs of all shapes, sizes, colors, and orientations. Kiwi Farms is no more. Josh Moon has admitted defeat. It is now of an era long past, shortly past, not long past, you know. It is dead. It is dead. Now, is it completely dead? Probably not. They will probably find a way to kind of jump servers where they can and maintain what little tiny fragments of the community that they have left. That being said, Josh Moon has basically admitted that that Kiwi Farms as an entire project, as an organization, is destroyed. It is at best, it will be a ghost of its former self, a shadow, okay? They cannot do mass harassment campaigns. They cannot drive people to commit suicide anymore. It's great. It's great. And Keffals made this all happen. Now, I wanted to go through a brief history of how this came to be, okay? Just a brief history. So, who is Keffals? Keffals is a Twitch streamer. I first saw her about a year ago when she was a 70 viewer Andy, and I have been on her stream, I think, once for her diabetes fundraiser. She's a great person. She's a meme lord. She's come under a lot of controversy, different things going on, but The big point is that she's raised over $200,000 for trans rights, and now she can put under her belt the fact that she brought Kiwi Farms to its knees. All right? A Herculean task. Seriously, I'm not exaggerating. That's not a meme. It's really big, okay? Now, she's come under fire as the largest Twitch streamer who happens to be trans, and she does a lot of trans advocacy. Part of this is, with trans youth especially, she advocates for DIY hormone therapy, hormone replacement therapy. DIY stands for do it yourself, of course. There are guides online that she shares with people to do hormones to the best of your ability, kind of make the hormones on your own time and in your own, at home, basically, right? I don't like that we have to do this, but the thing is, when we don't have any other alternatives, this is what we have to do, right? I would say the same thing for people who need insulin. And Keffals has been pushing this for children as well who need hormones. So she's come under a lot of fire because conservatives and people who are uneducated and stupid don't understand that children also need hormone replacement therapy if they are trans, right? So she's been accused of being a child groomer, pedophile, what have you, none of which is true. These words have all been watered down by the conservatives, and I have a few theories as to why they might want to water these terms down. It's a very interesting thing, but that's beside the point. And so Kiwi Farms, being the dicks that they are, decided to go on a mass harassment campaign against her. So I'm going to play a short clip from the first video that she uploaded to YouTube, where she is still in her studio at home, and she states that her life is in danger. She was doxxed, okay? She woke up to a gun in her face and did not have a very good time. So I'll just play a little bit of this.
On August 5th, I was woken up by London Police Services pointing an assault rifle in my face at my home. I was told later that at 6 a.m. that morning, an email impersonating me was sent to every city councillor in the City of London, Ontario, stating that I have an illegal firearm, that I killed my mother, and that I plan to go to City Hall and shoot every cisgender person I see. I was shown the email while I was being interrogated in police custody. While the emails were riddled with grammatical errors and read more like something a troll would say than something I would sincerely say, the police took it seriously. Not only that, the email said my name was Clara Sorrenti, but also stated what my dead name was. It was an obvious attempt to make the police humiliate me.
Okay, so you kind of get the idea, right? She was doxxed. And she gets into a little bit about how it happened, why it happened, whatever. And then she ends up saying that, she has to move, right? She starts to pack up all of her stuff and she moves, she jumps locations because she's not safe where she is anymore, right? So she posts a picture, and she'll get into that in this video as well. She posts a picture of herself at a hotel, and they find, in an unbelievable fashion, they find where she's at, right? It wasn't even a picture of her. It was like a picture of her fucking cat or something. They find her. I just want to show you guys this part to emphasize how crazy, how lunatic these people are. Just insane.
On the night that I left my home after going public about being swatted on August 5th, the hotel I was staying at got doxxed. I decided to tell my supporters that I was safe by posting a photo of my fiance's cat on our hotel bed in my Discord server. The people who have been harassing me spent hours cross-referencing the bed sheets with other local hotels until they found a match. In the morning afterwards, 5 different pizza companies sent pizzas to my hotel room under my dead name. Obviously, it isn't the pizzas that are the problem, but it's the threat that they make.
I'll let it keep going for a
But
second.
they know where I live and are willing to act on it in the real world.
Yeah, so imagine being such a soy-cucked loser that you waste hours, literal hours of your time, just stalking this person who you're mad at for no reason other than you think that she's doing things to kids, which she's not actually doing, and threatening to literally kill her. These are death threats, and her life was in real danger. Honestly, I'll be real with you guys. She could be dead right now. She could. That's not a joke. Those police officers could have straight up just shot her. And we all know this. This is why doxing is so dangerous. This is why it's such a taboo to do it, and why it should be taken very seriously. They found her through the bed sheets, man. The fucking bedspread. Imagine being that much of a loser. No life. Dust a fucking Cheeto crumbs off your big boy shirt and yell at your mom for not making your tendies crispy enough in the middle of your goddamn research session on which hotels have the light blue and white striped sheets. It's unfathomable to me. Please, for the love of God, go do anything else with your life. Seriously. Be a normal fucking loser and waste your life playing video games. Just be a normal loser, right? It's fine. I'm also like, I'm not a normal loser, I would say, but, you know, like, to the extent that I am a loser, at least I'm more normal than these motherfuckers, so I'm willing to take it. Anyway, here's a brief timeline from Twitter of what happened since then. Now, that was uploaded August 18th. Since then, a lot has happened, okay? A lot has happened. This one is from August 27th. There were a lot of campaigns that Keffals mostly led, along with some other people, to get the people who hosted Kiwi Farms, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but we'll get there, to get the people that hosted them taken down, right? This post from the 27th, Kiwi Farms is currently down, and its place is a whiny statement by Joshua Moon, where he says that Kiwi Farms has no agenda, but then later states he doesn't want to live in a world where, quote, fat eunuchs can groom children into mutilating their bodies, end quote, in direct reference to me, cry. Right? And then there's this big, long crybaby statement. The Kiwi Farms is an online discussion forum about people on the internet. It is without agenda. If you want to talk about a public figure and their presence online, there is likely a space to do so on my website. All I ask of my users is that they keep a cool head, a good sense of humor, and stay directly within the boundaries of U.S. law. In the digital era, personal reputation has become a very valuable form of capital. Google, Wikipedia, online news outlets, and it goes on and on and on. And ends. They've made it clear that I and my family will be targeted for abuse and violence regardless of if I keep the site up or let it stay down. I have no reason to do anything but continue forward. Fuck these people. And he's like real mad, you know. So, yeah, get fucked. That was just when it was like down for a little bit, right? It was just like, you know, it wasn't, it got a little cold, whatever, a little head cold. And then it came back up a little bit later. And Josh was big mad, as were all the people on his website. And I don't think that anybody made any threats toward him. And if they did, honestly, like, I'm not going to say that I don't care. Don't make threats toward people. But like, I kind of, on my list of things to care about, that's pretty low. It's down pretty low, right? But fuck this guy. He literally tried to get Keffals killed. So yeah, I don't have much sympathy for him. So we continue. This is from September 1st. Everything is currently falling apart on the Kiwi Farms right now. You can see here some more people's Jello all. Just wondering if anyone has advice on how to stop a private investigation from happening. Recently, my friends and family have been acting strange. I found out there's a private investigation against me started by my ex and paying people off. I don't have enough evidence yet and everybody has been lying to me. So if anyone knows what I could do, that would be great. I guess somebody was privately investigating this person. I really don't know the context of that, to be honest. It would be incredibly funny if someone paid a PI to reveal the identities of all the KF users who are advocating genocide against minorities and turn the information over to their families and employers. So yeah, I think that people were investigating the people on the website because, I mean, they deserve to be federally investigated, right? They're making, like, global death threats. In fact, it got so bad, I didn't pull this up as a tab, but just as a side note, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I also don't like very much, got caught in the crossfire and got doxxed twice. So I'm sorry, man. Listen. It's one thing to fuck with a trans person, right? It's unfortunately a very easy thing to get away with. But you fuck with a fucking conservative pundit, a conservative politician? Like, why? Why would you do this? It's just stupid, right? You'll get caught. You will get caught. So yeah, that was a big part of why this whole thing happened as well. Titans catch strays, yeah. They did. They doxed MTG, or at least if you believe what MTG said, yeah. In fact, there's a hilarious meme. Hold on, let me see if I can find this. Meme. It's so good. It was a Stone Toss edit. It was the Stone Toss tug of war. If anybody knows what I'm talking about and can link it, please do. It's so funny. All right, we're going to move on. If anybody knows the meme I'm talking about. A Kiwi Farms user has identified my location in Ireland and threatened to show up at my address at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I already found out their name and forwarded their information to the police. We need to get this website down and encourage this criminal behavior. This was from August 29th. I have these a little bit out of order. So that happened shortly before this one, okay? So yeah, the reason I bring this up is because all along this process, right? All along this process, she has constantly been getting doxxed and threatened and, found, and she's constantly had to jump locations. Most people, I want to stress this, at this point would have quit. They would have said, this isn't worth it. I have way too much to protect. I don't feel like getting killed. I'm dropping this. All right. And that's a big part of the reason why Kiwi Farms hasn't been taken down. These maniacs will kill you for fucking with them. They're like a mob. They're like the biggest loser mob of all time. I put the meme in the Discord where you were looking for. Ooh, gimme. Yes. It's so good. It's so fucking funny. It's true. It's real. This is real. Marjorie Taylor Greene came out against Kiwi Farms with Keffals. I mean, they weren't like talking to each other, but solidarity at last. It took us all this time, and here we are. But like, really? Why? Why would you attack these two? I don't get it. Like, if you pick a lane, dude. It's very good. Anyway, I don't know how they got the address. The last time it was because my devices were hacked. I'm working with a firm to protect myself from this happening again. While some Kiwi Farms users threatened to go to my address, others are threatening to murder me in graphic detail. I'm not going to show this because I have no clue what's under it. So yeah, like I said, all throughout this process, they've been threatening her, harassing her. Statement from this is on September 2nd. Statement from the Drop Kiwi Farms campaign on our intent to protest at the Cloudflare Connect conference. It's Cloudflare? Yeah. Cloudflare Connect conference in Sydney, Australia. Please share widely. So I'll just read a little bit of this. Despite losing enterprise customers and receiving a torrent of negative press articles, Cloudflare has refused to discontinue its services to the far-right hate group forum Kiwi Farms. Matthew Prince likened his private company to a public utility, stating, quote, "The telephone company doesn't terminate your line if you say awful, racist, bigoted things," unquote. However, Cloudflare is not a public utility, and phone companies do disconnect those who repeatedly place abusive, harassing calls. Cloudflare has the moral responsibility to make choices to help keep not only the public safe, but also to ensure the safety of their own customers. Blah, 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 blah. As such, we are planning a protest at the Cloudflare Connect conference in Sydney, Australia on September 8th from 9 a.m. until noon in Hyde Park, directly opposite the Sheraton Grand Sydney Hyde Park. So, they never ended up having to do this. It is currently September 5th today. They were planning this for September 8th. And now they don't have to do this because, they're dunzos. It's done. But they were fully prepared to do this, right? They were going to take this all the way to the end, and Godspeed, right? Kiwi Farms, what can men do against such reckless hate? I thought MTG was all about Freeze Peach. Yeah, I mean, it's all an act, right? All right. Another attempt to dox. September 3rd. Ellen is live on Twitch and told her chat she was planning to take me to a poutine shop in Belfast so I can see how Irish poutine holds up. Kiwi Farms user already mapped out every poutine shop in the city, and one of them posted this. It says, just ring a couple of lads down in Belfast and ask them to plant bombs in all of those places. Also, 3 armed men will be at each place waiting. So, yeah, that's interesting. Just got some dudes with bombs and guns that will wait at shops for Keffals. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, very normal people. Very normal. Like I said, it's the loser mob, right? Joshua Moon just deleted the post. If there was not a spotlight on the website, it would still be up. He's in damage control mode. So Joshua Moon is pissing and shitting his pants at this point because he knows. All right, he smells it in the air. He knows. He's fucked, right? If he does not crack down on this. The problem is it's too late. It's too late. They fucked around, and now they're finding out. And here we go. There it is. September 3rd, 2022 at 6:24 p.m. Cloudflare has dropped Kiwi Farms. Our campaign will put out a statement soon. Just, Just got to get another one in there. So there you go. It's done. It's over. Vosh said 1984. Nice. 1984 is over. It's now the beginning of 1985. Our statement on Cloudflare dropping Kiwi Farms. I've not read this yet. The battle is won, but the war is not over. Now, this was on the 3rd. This was 2 days ago, so just bear with me. Today, Cloudflare has dropped the notorious far-right hate forum Kiwi Farms. As CEO Matthew Prince has noted, threats against human life have been escalating in the last 48 hours on the website and happening in a much faster manner than law enforcement is able to keep up with. Kiwi Farms has been around for over a decade, and at no point in the site's history have they come under this much fire. This is a historical moment where thousands of people have stood up and taken a stance against online harassment and hate. We are happy with the decision that Cloudflare came to, and this deals a big blow to Kiwi Farms and their community, one they may never recover from. But that doesn't mean we should rest on our laurels. While we should celebrate today, this may not be the end of their community. We have shown that when united together, we are capable of moving mountains, and if we continue to stand together and fight back, we can see this until the end. As long as websites like Kiwi Farms remain active, we'll keep fighting. FiberHub, a company based in Las Vegas, is where the servers that host Kiwi Farms are located and serviced. If Kiwi Farms ever becomes active again, we must apply the same pressure to FiberHub that we did to Cloudflare. Otherwise, the website will return online and be operational in the foreseeable future. We should celebrate all of our hard work. We did what no one else could. However, this is not the end. If we want to see the end of Kiwi Farms and communities like theirs, we must continue fighting. So, that was 2 days ago, September 3rd. September 4th, when we took it upon ourselves to get Cloudflare to drop Kiwi Farms, we had no idea Joshua Moon's company 1776 Solutions, LLC, hosted anything else. Apparently, we have inadvertently deplatformed a neo-Nazi group based in New Zealand. Now that's juicy. Cloudflare blocking service to fascist website Kiwi Farms is relevant to how the fuck do you say that? Aotearoa. Like a Minecraft name or something, I don't know. As Kiwi Farms owner Joshua Moon runs 1776 Hosting, which hosts the website of New Zealand neo-Nazi group Action Zealandia, whose website is also down. Interesting. Very interesting. It's like smoking them out, right? You smoke out the things you know are in there, and then you smoke out some other things that you had no fucking clue were there, which, may not be as big, but in some ways are quite more disgusting. Just an interesting little side effect. An anonymous member of the white supremacist Action Zealandia organization discussed purchasing firearms from the black market and creating terror cells in New Zealand. Imagine that. Also, I'm sorry. We're looking flat as a board here, my dude. You should not. This is not a flex. In multiple senses, this is not a flex, my guy. Okay. I'm sorry. If you're going to be a Nazi, don't be a Nazi, first of all. But, if you're going to be one, I feel like you need to be, unwashed abs, yeah. I feel like there should be, a minimum amount of aesthetics that you should strive for that, 99.9% of them just do not hit, right? It's crazy. They always talk about, the white race being, the perfect race or whatever, and then, they all look like soy chuds. They look like piles of yogurt, right? Like a trash bag full of yogurt. He's actually one of the better looking ones, which says a lot. I'm going to assume that Joshua Moon started hosting them out of spite after New Zealand declared Kiwi Farms a terrorist organization and IP banned them in the entire country. That's an L. That's a big L. Next, the former assistant director for the FBI calling Kiwi Farms a domestic terror threat was not on my 2022 bingo card. This is huge. This is also from September 4th, yesterday. The American-based internet forum Kiwi Farms, responsible for the suicides of at least 3 of its stalking and harassment targets, just switched to Russian servers. They could easily become an increased threat of domestic terror here. So yeah, the FBI is now tracking them. The FBI is tracking them and what servers they're using. Isn't that nuts, dude? Imagine. We call this flying too close to the sun, okay? You should have stayed in your mom's basement and just played Fortnite for the rest of your life. All right? That's what you should have done. And now the FBI is tracking your ass. Because you just could not stand the thought that trans people exist, right? Now your ass is in hiding. Good job, fucking dumbasses. If you're going to be in hiding from the FBI, at least do something cool, man. At least make it for something cool. Come on, rob a bank or something. It's just stupid, man. Hack a billionaire's servers. Fuck around with Walmart. Why a trans streamer? Why? Do literally anything else. It's just such an L, man. It's ridiculous. KF reaping versus KF sowing. Yep, exactly. The company that provides Kiwi Farms with CAPTCHAs for user security has dropped Kiwi Farms. So they can't even do CAPTCHAs anymore. As of yesterday, no CAPTCHAs. The robots will reign supreme in Kiwi Farms. Remember those little things where you had to put in the weird squiggly numbers and write which ones they were? Or perhaps there were like 3 trains and like 7 buses and you had to point out the trains. Well, now the robots won't have to deal with that. The robots can squeak right through. It's great. Also from September 4th, a lot happened yesterday. Immediately, I also missed a lot, by the way. This is like a in a nutshell version, okay? There's much more to this story that I'm not touching on, but I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview. Emily Stefani Corner, a user on Kiwi Farms, has just been charged by German prosecutors with cyberbullying, cyberstalking, hacking, doxing, hate speech, and persecution of minorities. This is to show you guys that the people who used Kiwi Farms are also facing consequences. This is only one example. I don't know if any others have come under fire yet from, the federal government. But yeah, they're being hunted down and prosecuted. It's pretty cool. It's pretty sick. I got a letter today from the prosecution and I don't know what they think they have on me, but I'm going to fucking fight this. Fuck Keffals, fuck DKF. A German prosecution is going after me for cyberbullying, cyberstalking, hacking, and other bullshit. What the fuck? I literally don't know which fucking minorities did I stalk. They're talking trash. It's a trans person. A trans person. Like the minority. I think trans people are like the smallest minority, right? Of people. Like they are the minority. If I'm not mistaken. No Keffals, blah, blah, blah. That was fast, whatever. Here's the full translation of the letter Emily posted. Legal investigation against Amelie Stefani Corner for involvement into cyberbullying, cyberstalking, hacking, doxing, hate speech, and persecution of minorities. In the above proceedings, you are being charged with cyberbullying, cyberstalking, hacking, threats, hate speech, and persecution of minorities. Submitted the indictment dated 8/6/2022. For the reasons mentioned above, this indictment from the 6/8/2022 was prepared and sent to you. You can apply for the appointment of a defense counsel if you believe that the assistance of a defense counsel appears necessary because of the seriousness of the tarls inflicted on you, or because of the difficulty of the material and legal structure, or if you do not designate yourself whose appointment you would like to have. The request must be made by them or their legal representative. Even the lawyer who has been legally appointed as a defense attorney can ask you to pay the fees charged by an appointed defense attorney if the court later determines their solvency. Big L. Big L. Hog hunting time for the feds. That's right! Hunt them hogs! And then prosecute them. Don't actually, hurt them. Thank you for confirming your name. I wasn't sure if I got it right or not. Keffals posted my full name. If he sends his fans after me, I'll sue him for that. You know what this reminds me of? One of my favorite scenes.
You've turned into a big-time villain, Doctor.
Like, how did you know? No, what was it? She posted the full name, and then the person came back and was like, she posted my full name, and then Keffals is like, so I did get it right.
Whoa.
For those who don't know, the context is that he's currently holding a fake emerald.
You thought you could trick me with that fake emerald, didn't you?
So, how did you know what is the real world?
Because you just told me, Fox boy.
Oh, get wrecked. Good shit. Actually, gingers make up less of the population than trans people. Oh, well, there you go. Ripperoni. So I did get the name right. Thank you. That's very funny. I hope you have enough of your scam money. You're losing this. Yeah, that was another big thing, is the scam money. At last, we come to the conclusion of this whole thing. All right. Up to this point, there has been a sliver of doubt, but no more. No more, my friends. Caraballo, I don't know how to pronounce it. Go ahead and call me racist. It's fine. Kiwi Farms has now been dropped by DDoS Guard, their Russian protection for the RU domain. Joshua Moon is basically admitting defeat, as there's no place left for him to turn to now that even Russia won't help him. Apnik may even revoke his IP addresses as they are Australian. So, big long post. In my life, there's a family emergency. It has absolutely nothing to do with the forum drama. I just cannot get my dick hard, and my wife is very upset about it. So I will, she is divorcing me and taking the kids. I do not see a situation where the Kiwi Farms is simply allowed to operate. It will either become a fractured shell of itself like 8chan or jump between hosts and domain names like Daily Stormer. So there you go. At last, at long last, they are defeated. The loser mob has been done in. They are no more. Like I said at the beginning, at best what we're looking at for these people going forward is that they will be a husk of their former self. A shell. Okay? They even admitted it. A fractured shell of itself. There is a concerted effort to frame this as a matter of free speech, and Cloudflare is playing along by hosting a brand new blocked screen to try and make it political. This will fail. KF is far too toxic and violent to be taken seriously as some victim of censorship. There will likely be sympathetic media coverage by conservatives seeking to make it about censorship rather than a website that purposely stalked and induced people to suicide. This is a site that was incorporated under the name Final Solutions LLC. The owner is a neo-Nazi. If we ever need to draw a line at what gets pulled on the web as part of infrastructure, I think we can all agree that Nazi sites should be the clear line drawn. There is no value in supporting them, and they cause far more risk and harm to everyone. P.S. Get fucked, Josh. You deserve all of this and more. He fucked around and now is finding out. There you go. There you go. Kiwi Farms, Ripperoni, rest in pepperoni. For as much as they hate trans people, it sure is odd that the grave of Kiwi Farms is now a gender-neutral public bathroom. And finally, to close this all off. Is this the right one? No. To close this all off, I want to show you guys something nice. Paul Bloomer. I don't know him, but seems like a nice fellow. It's not every day that someone making history drops by to have a drink and some barbecue at your bar. Keffals and Ellen from now on, were very welcome at the Loads of Love bar. They have my love, support, and protection. Nice little end screen for you. Beautiful. A happy ending. You know, I can't say that we get a lot of those anymore. So there you go. That's Kiwi Farms in a nutshell. And speaking of shells, it is now a shell of its former self. It has been hollowed out into a husk. It was one of, if not the biggest neo-Nazi websites that actually took real-life action against minorities, especially trans people. They loathed trans people. I cannot stress to you guys enough how much of a win this is. It's huge. Like I said at the beginning, people have been trying to get this website taken down for at least a decade. Pretty sure. I could be wrong on the timeline. It's been a long time. Huge legal efforts have been taken. And finally, one lone trans bean stood up and said, no more. Keffals took a lot of fire for this. A lot. Okay, she sacrificed so much to keep this going. She had to move several times. Her life was constantly under threat, and it still is. You know, people will not stop looking for her. People will not stop hunting her down. That's never going to end for her now. The risk that she took cannot be overstated either. So Keffals did it. You know, there's a lot of other controversy surrounding her right now. I don't fucking care. She's a hero as far as I'm concerned. She has saved future people from being not even a decade, only 9 years. Okay, fine. Fuck. Fine. 9 years. Anyway, I don't care what anybody fucking says. She's a hero, okay? In this regard. She has saved future people from being stalked, hunted, harassed, and driven to suicide. This is huge, and I'm very happy. A huge win. Kiwi Farms finally getting the biggest political enema of their life. True. Big political enema. Sherman has now apologized. I don't apologize. I don't do that. Okay. With that, this segment is going on YouTube, and I'm going to start doing a fun new thing with all of my YouTube segments where I ask you, the YouTube viewer, to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that bell. We're trying to up the YouTube numbers. No more will I have videos coming in at under 100 views. It will be at least 100. It'll be huge. It'll be huge. We're going big places with YouTube. You understand? So like I said, subscribe, comment, hit that bell, and like the video. Like the fucking video. Every ounce of engagement counts. Okay? Yes, it is shill o'clock. The Twitch chatters are mad. Make them even more mad by doing what I said. Thank you all for watching very much. I appreciate you all. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, like I said, just subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one.